Yeah, so is this the postmaster guy? Yeah, I was wondering, is there any fee for sending a dead rat in the mail? Like, is there any law against that? Oh, okay. Sorry. It's March 28th, and this here is the GaNooze special. I'm not a misogynist, but women is bitches edition. That's right. First news story. I was in that stick cam place last night, and I got booted from a room, and I didn't even do nothing wrong. I mean, we was having a good conversation, you know, invested like a whole hour in it. We were really getting somewhere, and you know, but one of these women's, you know, it's always one of these damn women's, you know, decided I was talking too much or I was whatever, but I had previously irritated her, and damn phone was off the hook. All right, so back to where I was. Where was I? Oh, this is going to be a 10-part news. I can just see it happen. It's going to be a 10-part news. Yeah, so I was in there, we having a good conversation. I got booted for no good reason at all. Just because people get, you know, somebody gets pissed off at me or whatever. I don't know why they, you know, but it's always women. These women just don't like me on Stickcam. But the women around the real world don't like me either, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. And if they don't like me, if they ain't going to sleep with me, I got no reason not to be a misogynist guy, right? I mean, what's my incentive? Right? I got no incentive not to be, so I think I'm going to be misogynous. All right, so that's my new, maybe I have a screen name, misogynous. That'll be my new persona. But anyway, yeah, no offense to the female race. I'm just, it just really is irritating, you know? You can't have an argument. You know, if they got that finger on the button and you're starting to have a good argument, bam, end of the argument, man. So anyway, it was a good night though. After that, I got another room, good conversation, really good. No chicks involved. You know? Misogynist comment again. Maybe I'll tell some woman jokes later, just to perfect my misogynistic persona. All right, anyway, to the news. Okay, this Baghdad, you know, they got this other place, Basra, that's south of Baghdad, you know, and they're gonna have having this whole conflict because you know, the government's cracking down on the militia guys, and so, you know, they're not getting their cut of the pie anymore, and so they're all kind of pissed off, and so they're doing the fighting thing again. And so this is what made the whole troop increase thing look good, was the fact that they made a deal with this al-Sadr guy, you know, and so he was not fighting the Americans no more. The Shiites were basically saying, okay, we'll tolerate the Americans, because they made the deal. And so I guess the deal's falling apart, because now we're bombing them. We even did airstrike now. And, you know, airstrikes, you know, you got to kill some civilians and some kids that way. So there's probably no doubt that we're really pissing off those militia guys now. And so I think the war is back now. So we should be going back to our regularly scheduled killings and horror, you know, for the summer. It'll be good summer fun. God, these people are just such assholes. So anyway, who knows where it's going to go? Who knows how we're going to fix this thing? But anyway, this isn't looking good. You know, they had some bombs in the green zone thing, a couple of civilians killed, not civilians, but Americans. You know, just bad news. All right, this nuclear fuse thing. We apparently sent some of these nuclear fuses, which are the detonators for like cruise missiles and shit, I guess, to Taiwan. Accidentally. I mean, it was supposed to be helicopter-y parts, and instead it was fuses. Honest mistake, I suppose, right? In a related story, apparently we had a company hired to give bullets to our soldiers in Afghanistan, and apparently they were sending like 40-year-old Chinese bullets. I mean, why do we even have 40-year-old Chinese bullets in a box somewhere? But yeah, you just gotta wonder who's running the show here. I mean, damn, maybe it's time to go to the old robot government, because these human beings just apparently can't handle the job. All right, Virginia got this here sniper guy on I-64. Hasn't killed anybody yet, but he did tag a few people, just shooting at the cars on the highway. And so the cops are going to catch them by being a decoy, by driving down the highway with the million other cars, and I guess hoping what? Like they're gonna see the flash from the rifle shot? I mean, what? You know, maybe the snipers will shoot at them when they're gonna like put big fake boobs on the car or something. How are they gonna make the car get shot? I mean, it's just, you know, cops are really funny. Speaking of cops, I'll jump to another story just because I said the word cop. An ex-police officer, okay, and his loony crazy fuck wife decided not to give their daughter, 16-year-old daughter, basic medical treatment, and instead pray for her and let her suffer and die over a month-long period. And the real giveaway was, you know, they used this religious excuse, you know, well, we're Bible believers, so we were going to let God heal her, because we believe in healing. She was getting better. I mean, it almost sounds like a Monty Python skit. She wasn't entirely dead. You know, but the joke line was that this asshole, this was a police officer. Yeah, we did CPR as soon as the breath of life left her, right? You know, and it's like, CPR is a medical treatment, you dumb fuck. Why didn't you give her the fucking medical treatment before she was dead? So you don't believe in God after she's dead, but you believe in God, you know, before she's dead. I mean, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Where's in the Bible it say, thou shalt CPR the dead? Oh, God. You just know these people are just so full of shit. They're just probably just lazy fucks. They were probably too busy eating popcorn on the sofa while the girl was choking on the floor and just said, well, you know, she'll get better. Fucking people. All right, some butthole kid, I guess last year, found some shark tooth in some butthole river near Michigan, and somehow it's news now. And it's, you know, it's a shark tooth from like a 150 million, you know, petrified. It's like from a 150 million year old shark. You know, it was 50 feet long or 60 feet long, and but it ate 100. They speculate it might eat 1,500 pounds of whales a day. I mean, that is nasty shit. You know, apparently there was an ocean there, you know, where the Great Lakes are before it drained out the Grand Canyon. And so there was like, you know, whales bobbing around having a good time, and this fucking 60-foot fucking shark would rip them to shit. So that's not a very pleasant thought. And, you know, but it's, you know, it's hardly a story. So that, you know, what they speculate is that like some Indian or something had the damn thing, and then, you know, he croaked and this shark tooth ended up in the stream, and that's why the kid found it snorkeling in a freshwater stream. It's not really a news story, it's just bullshit, but they made it into a story. See, it's creative news making. All right, this flight cancel thing, apparently they canceled a bunch of these airline flights because these McDonnell Douglas planes, they got to watch these wiring harness things. And apparently because one of the airlines didn't do it, the others had to like make sure they did it extra just so they weren't involved in any kind of liability for not doing it properly and blah, blah, blah. So apparently there was crying at the airports. That's what the news says. People was crying because they couldn't get on their airplane. So they could go, you know, visit the in-laws and be annoyed. So whatever. Sorry about all the canceled trips to hell. But anyway, buy a car. Oh, I guess gasoline. Damn. All right, never mind. Okay, this is kind of just a dopey story found in there. There was, you know, there's the good do-gooders is always finding something to complain about, and so apparently there's these baseball caps, like for the New York Yankees, and all the gang members have them all decorated for their gangs and stuff, and apparently this is a big problem because people get shot because they're wearing their gang hat and shit. Well, they get beat up. They didn't say shot. And it's like, well, so what? What's the difference? I mean, what's the difference where they're wearing a big giant badge around their neck saying, I'm part of the, you know, jackass gang, and or they're wearing a fucking hat? I mean, what the fuck's the difference? You're gonna, they deliberately let people know what gang they're fucking in. They got 9 other pieces of fucking jewelry and other shit on, identifying themselves. So what's the fucking difference if their fucking hat is all ganged out? Fucking dickheads anyway. So anyway, they say they can't pass any laws against it, but they're just saying to the stores and stuff, don't you sell that stuff if you can avoid it, you bastards. But we can't tell you not to, but we're telling you not to, but we can't tell you not to. Fuckers. Okay, 2-part news. So this will be the end of part 1. Sorry about that, but it's the way it worked out. Can't speed it up enough, can't compress the time enough to get under 10 minutes, so part 2. So I appreciate if you watch it, but you really don't have to. I mean, watching part 1 might be enough. That might be given enough to the cause of the news. But thanks for watching. if you're not going to watch part 2. And if you're going to watch part 2, then get to it and continue watching if it's available. Okay.